Good day all and welcome to Obidati Family TV, the program now Hope Alive. Yes, Hope Day, and every day we go to come out, whether they like them or not, to talk about the hope where we get. And with the hope for the judgment where we say we expect from the Presidential Election Tribunal. With that very one, this evening, plenty things they bug obedience and well-meaning Nigerians worldwide, where they don't ask me, may I come out, make I talk about this very thing. And I did about three things where we say it they worry them. The most important one, now the one where we say they don't they come out, Tinubu don't order make them come out all the your all eyes on judiciary billboards where we say they throughout the federation. Then start am for Abuja. That one no do am. Now it come sack all the panel where we say then they do advertising. Even the argon I be waiting then they call them. Plenty things where we say it they happen where Tinubu supposed pay attention to, including waiting they happen for Niger Republic. Now to begin the first well-meaning Nigerians and the obedience where we say then they try to see how they go bring democracy for Nigeria. How they go see say judiciary go do the right thing. Make una tell me, because today I go open line small and we go hear what do you think about this very thing where Tinubu do. So we'll go start with how the thing take happen. And we get other things where we say they happen. Like the Ababio will be the Senate Presido for NAS. Where in done they plan or in done they do with Abbas where they for House of Reps. All the principal officers for there, he get money where we say, then they talk say, then they embezzle. And even for national TV, and lawsuits don't begin to go on, we go bring that one come. We get plenty other things where we say you go follow come for this hour. And the people where we say then go follow me talk and then get it for studio. We even get our legal analyst where we say a legal practitioner as a lawyer where him be. He there for Zoom when they join us to talk about the Electoral Act. The non-compliance by INEC and how the court where we say the judgment where would they expect, how they feel look for that non-compliance for INEC side and every other parties where we say then they're involved. For studio here, I get Angel, I get Esther and Princess Degidibam.
Good day, my well-meaning Nigeria, my lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide. Tell your neighbor, say, hope day. Yes, we get hope. We are getting close to our promised land. Welcome on board. Let's discuss.
My hello people, now welcome to another episode of Hope Alive. Come on board, may we discuss.
To all obedient worldwide, it is not over until it is over. Welcome to Hope Alive, where we keep your hope alive.
Yes, it is not over and it is over. Make we hear from our legal practitioner, will be the lawyer where they with us this night to discuss matters where as a concerned court and other things. In name na Barrister Solomon. I beg make you say hello from Zoom, make you unmute, make you for greet our people, make we for Vano they go.
Good evening, fellow obedients. So glad to be with you this evening.
Okay, thank you. We see say the place where you did dark small, so go maybe you go to use some of the pictures where we say we fit get so that they're going to see you clear because all that thing where they happen for background, now the thing where they happen to Nigeria where we talk say no go there for the new Nigeria where would they talk about when PO take a mandate back. So with that very one, make we begin to go straight to one of the major things where we say we get. Now the sack have been a suspension of that very thing for Akon. That is advertising practitioners. I be waiting then column. Then don't release something myself. That is the Director General of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, Akon, and then the column. Dr. Olalekan Falo Abifadolapo. Make I be say, I no bite my tongue while they call him. It announced the dissolution of the panel in the statement we released today, we be saying on Tuesday, August 15. In talk say the council don't suspend the director and deputy director where they in charge of regulations to allow investigation for the issue. say in oga wey be Tinubu don direct make dem comot all the billboard wey concern the judiciary thing, say na act of intimidation. Make I put am as dem take talk am for where dem write am. The attention of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ACON, have been drawn to the all eyes on the judiciary advertisements exposed on some billboards across the country. The concepts exposed were not approved by the Advertising Standards Panel. Hence, the council has directed that all the materials being exposed be brought down immediately and the violators sanctioned. Make I no carry all this grammar wey be say dem take talk. Now, you get other things where dem talk when I wan bring. They say a matter being jus pendis awaiting judicial pronouncement is, by virtue of the Nigerian legal system, precluded from being a subject of public statement, debate, discussion, and advertisement. They say the advertisement is controversial and capable of instigating public unrest and breach of public peace. Now for here I go end. I want make una, as una don hear as intake talk am, how billboard wey dey talk say all eyes on judiciary dey cause civil unrest for Nigeria. Make una remember say their lawyer wey be Tinubu's lawyer talk say chaos and anarchy go enter if judges no decide on the for Tinubu for this matter on the 25% of Abuja. Una hear that one. Obedience no react to, but of course we talk for news, we let our mind. But guess what? This one now wey be say dem don begin dey remove all these things. Dem think say na only obedience, but dem no know say all of these things na from well-meaning Nigerians. Keeping a check, like you see Maxwell said earlier, that is keeping a check in all the big arms of government. Whatever you think about this, wey be say you know say e no good as Tinubu begin dey face well-meaning Nigerians, you fit call us on the number wey be say dem go display for screen, make we for talk about am. With that very one, while we dey wait for other things wey we go talk, I go want make we quickly chook mouth, Angel, make we for Vanot dey go, because we get plenty things wey we say we go discuss. This God's will of Abio Senate President in matter plenty for grand. So make we quickly chook mouth for this one, make we for dey go.
Yes, so Abio don't embezzle. This one, the English they call it embezzlement. He don't swallow all the money where they put for palliative for the masses. They don't share them as usual, like national cake, like groundnuts. They don't share them. They not even, you know, say that 8,000 way masses. They say, it too small, it too small. Una no go see them again, no. Una think say na joke. They don't share them. Buy bulletproof cars. The thing where they them important na cars. Where be say masses they die for hunger, where be say masses Nigerians 5,000 they no fit pay for hospital bill, the person go just die. They no even care again. You see Tinubu, na because INEC select and give us. Because if na the say na INEC do the thing where they suppose do, we no go dey this place where we dey. If for the count, our PO don't reach like this, see wetin don good though, because we know who we voted. Yes, we came out massively. We voted for our PO, for Labour Party. But INEC did as they wish. Tinubu, they don't come select and put for Asoro. See what thing they do. They share money like say they share groundnuts.
I even hear say angels with the talks. Arise News, then talk say be like say them file lawsuit against Ababio, even Aba, and everything will happen.
Yes, even the speaker said for National Assembly. Not
okay,
be
House
only
of
him,
Reps.
For House of Reps. Not be only him. Him
okay.
and deputy and the House of Reps. Now three of them, they muzzle the money.
Okay, why we go enter that one? Make we first see how they take talk and for mainstream media. Make we no be say now only us they talk about that very thing. Make we see how they take talk am. But when I see for screen say we don't position. If you know say or how you think about this Tinubu sack of the people wey be say then they handle advertising for Naija and all the organs wey dey for the secretariat there sake of wetin well-meaning Nigerians put for billboard wey no concern or go change the outcome of the election, make you talk your own for inside. But before that time, make we for take this very video wey arise do wey be say then they even talk say wetin Akpabio how in they take embezzle money say e no sweet them, so they won't take and go court. Make we listen to that very video.
Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project over the weekend filed a lawsuit against Senate President Godswill Akpabio and Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas over the plan to spend 40 billion naira on 465 exotic and bulletproof cars for members and principal officers of the Senate, as well as 70 billion naira as palliatives for new members. The suit is coming on the heels of Godswill Akpabio's statement in which he revealed that the clerk of the National Assembly had sent holiday allowances into the various bank accounts of senators. Serap is seeking an order to restrain Akpabio and Abbas from demanding or receiving the 40 billion naira on exotic cars and other exorbitant expenses until an assessment of the socio-economic impact of the spending on millions of poor Nigerians is carried out in the interest of the public, among other requests. Dr. Bati, you know that Serap is always doing the Lord's work. I think that this is coming at the right time, as always.
Well, I mean, we've been on this matter since early July, and the contest was President Tinubu submitting a supplementary appropriation bill for 2023. Asking for more money to be able to pursue the budget. But in the process of considering that application by the president, the National Assembly then decided to add 110 billion of their own to it. This 110 billion has been defined variously, either as palliatives for the lawmakers, 109 of them in the Senate, 360 of them in the House of Representatives. And you recall that Femi Falana SAN had issued a statement at the time saying that it was illegal, insensitive, and contemptuous at a time of grave crisis and poverty in the country for 109 plus 360 persons who are supposed to be representatives of the people, claiming that they alone want to take 130 billion for palliatives. Now, that's more than the profit declared by the whole CBN of Nigeria. as recent statements by the CBN has pointed out. So, but Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has also waded into the matter to give further details, to say that in actual fact, these palliatives that is being talked about is meant to buy SUVs, right? Land Rover SUVs for the senators. And each one will cost 240 million. And to buy Prado Jeep for members of the House of Reps. And that each one will cost 150 million. And the leadership of the National Assembly will have convoys, bulletproof convoys, that will be stationed in major capitals, Abuja, Kaduna, Kanu, Lagos, just in case they show up in those places. So, and now Serap says it has gone to court. Serap is asking for another mandamus. That is, the court should make it compulsory for the National Assembly not to include that 110 billion in the supplementary budget.
People, they never even enter, they never even start upon the selection and all the uru way there for the election where they take enter. Now to begin now they begin the share money, they embezzle and they do all those things. But everybody they see them. If now we start the talk, now then go talk say na Obi Dati family now because then they side P2B, or then go begin the talk say na social media, but now mainstream media don't begin they carry them. Our own be say make them stop this impunity where then they do. And this stealing where then they do make them for steal them. Because as we know, if Peter Obi when he come for the new Nigeria where he promise us and the hope where we get to get this mandate, all this impunity stealing and all of this thing no go fit to work. But as you know, PO getting own way of reacting. I don't watch him several videos where they talk about thief and stealing and how he know they in line with those kind of thoughts and all of that. Anyway, make we for listen to Peter Obi as in the take talk about stealing and about money exchanging hand and other things where we say they follow him.
Corruption is as easy as ABC. If you, who is in charge, is not stealing, your relations and those around you are not doing the same thing, you reduce it by 70%. And I challenge anybody to go and see what we did in Anambra State, where we were able to finish and left something billion. It is easy. If you, the principal person, is not involved, you reduce it by 70%. Because you have to be taking your own for other people to
indeed
take their own. But if you're not, you reduce it.
Okay. Right now, 98% of our earnings, of the revenue of Nigeria, is spent on servicing debts. Now, we know we need infrastructure, more infrastructure, especially the health sector, which I'll come to later. How do you intend to clear that debt and also implement key infrastructure projects that we can't do without?
You can't reduce the debt. The reason why we got to the stage where we're using 98% to service debt is that the debt you borrowed was not productive. You didn't put it into productive assets.
Indeed.
So it was consumed. So when you borrow money and consume it, your debt increases, your servicing of the debt increases. But if you put it into production, your value increases. And I've given these examples everywhere with several countries. We're not the only country who is borrowing. There's nothing wrong with borrowing. I say it morning, afternoon, night. It's what you borrow with the federal funds that is different. I give you an example. People say I've used Bangladesh. So let me use Japan.
Okay.
Japan is owing 230% of their GDP. But per capita in Japan is still about $48,000. Because one, the money they borrowed was meant to help build a better economy. It was properly invested. It was to save the country from collapsing. And most of the money is that were domestic investors. And Japan is still the highest holder of US treasuries. Singapore will cite every day. People don't even know. Singapore owns more than 100% of its GDP in debt. But do you know why Singapore's debt is not affecting the per capita of Singapore? Because they have a law which says for every money you borrowed, it must be for investment in the future. But here we borrow it and we consume it. So we're not looking when the person don't have the money comes, because we have no money to pay, is affecting our earnings. So what we need to do as a country is to first change that borrowing pattern.
Right.
And make sure that our borrowings are for investment.
I don't hear them from POS intake talk am. No be people will be say then go just the thing. He talk say one of the things be say if the leader they corruption go they flow they go. If you want to kill and from the top you kill. And again, the issue of stealing, if the person wait there for up will be saying I be the president or you be the director general. If you know they steal, the people will be saying there for below them, then go begin they fear to steal. Well, as we they carry this one, they go and we see say some people don't begin they call us, we just the whole on our call small. But first, make we chook mouth for this thing where we say we they talk. Starting with Akpabio, make we see how they talk, they take go about this embezzlement and all of that, because people wait there for studio, all the amount they do Make we start with Princess.
Just like P.O. said, you lead by example. If the leader starts, others will follow. You can imagine the people that swore to serve and, to serve the people, they just turn around to do the opposite. You can imagine in this time of crisis that the nation is in, the best thing that they thought to do is to spend borrowed money. That's the most annoying part, is that it's borrowed money. They are spending the borrowed money on bulletproof cars, on allowances for themselves, so that the rest of us can now wallow in fear. How is that the plan? How is that what they actually swore to serve the people of this nation? It is like it's a joke. It's as if they are taking us as a joke in this country, and as well extending to other places. Borrowed money.
Anyway, we don't hear how you're on about borrow, and as you see, say PO capture and say you cannot borrow to consume.
Yes.
Okay.
You borrow to invest. Yes, our PO say you borrow to invest, not borrow to consume. See wetin Buhari do. He borrow, they consume our 8 years pass. Tinubu continued. Come lie say na palliative. Palliative the masses no see. See Akpabio. My obedient people, may I ask una first. May una think am as I dey think am. Akpabio wey be Senate president. He rule Akwa Ibom for 8 years. Make una ask una sef. He no get bulletproof car for that 8 years. He finish 8 years enter Senate. Continued. He no get bulletproof car. Now when he be Senate president, he need another bullet. Which kind of corruption be this? Now he be say waiting our PO they talk. Not true. If from up stealing no day, corruption no day, the people wey follow you, they no go steal. But he don't see say Baba Tinubu na the ogbenge one. He can continue. And na like that, in deputy say, bring the granite may we share. He collect his own 4 billion. The House of Reps say, yeah, bring his own. How much self in collect 9.5 say in they do renovation. My people, 9.5 billion. Na billion now would they talk no be millions for renovation. Me una think am.
Yes, okay, Angel, don't chook your mouth, enter for inside. Make we see how Esther get her own talk for inside. But before Esther go chook her mouth, enter, make her for remind una say, for the people where we say, then they talk say the phone number, they no see them to make their contribution for waiting to happen for the billboard where Tinubu order. I say make them put them again for screen. And if you see them for there, if you won't call, make you chook your matter, where then talk say, make them come out all the billboard will carry all eyes on the judiciary. Then talk say the advertisement is considered blackmail against the Nigerian judiciary. How you take think say all eyes on judiciary don't become blackmail against judiciary? Make you voice your own opinion. Call us. Esther, make we hear your own thinking for this Akpabio matter.
The thing be say, as our people take talk, our principal take talk, he say, they talk about leadership. Now, wetin I want to be say, our leaders, why you be say our leaders be the people where they steal from us? Now, as we dey for this country, now don't say as everything dey. Now, the people that claim to these people, this NAS, APC government, they don't truly love us, because if they love us, they should be after our welfare. In this time, people are wallowing in poverty, hunger everywhere in the land. 9 people they come out. They talk 70 billion. Now 40 billion plus 70 billion. That is 104 billion. You know they for the one where they share last week. That one they don't sweep and under the carpet. That one don't go like that. This one another 104 billion. Where would they talk? Now they say 70 billion naira now for a renovation of the National Assembly. Which kind of renovation? Now renovation be you won't build another National Assembly. Now they say the 40 billion naira now for exotic cars, 465 exotic cars. What on earth do we need that kind of thing for? When the masses are people are dying on daily for hunger, just food, just because of food. Now people they spend such amounts of money on what exactly? I think this is a violation of the Electoral Act. And National Assembly, they owe us an explanation. I not say Sarah don't come out or say that they file lawsuits against Sarah don't come out.
Yeah, we like say we get caller. then they get problem. Who they call us and where they call us from?
I am Dr. Machuku. I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, Dr. Machuku, what did they took you for liver this evening about this issue where them talk say make them come out billboard for everywhere for Nigeria?
Okay, I will take it from the wicked character of the illegal man they call illegal president of Nigeria. First of all, I am not happy with you people. You keep on calling him president. It hurts our heart when you call him president. If you want to call him president, put illegal. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear.
Fine. Then, during the electioneering period, this man made sure that no other party advertised their campaign in Lagos. That is his statement. Now, that billboard, he knows it is the right of the people, their freedom of information, and it is the right of anybody to advertise anything. He is dissolving the advertisement board. I mean, is it not just showing that, yes, he feels that he only owns Nigeria. It's only what he wants. And he has bought over everybody. All those who matter in politics, in the wicked side of politics in Nigeria. We are waiting for the judiciary. So see, if they are not going through what we are going through in Nigeria, so that they can deliver this country from that principality of darkness. You know? And if they don't, I am saying that Nigeria youth should take the advice of former Emir of Kanu, Emir Sanusi. You know, Nigerian youth should tell, because if this wicked demon continues in this downward destruction of Nigeria, no more good election will be held in this country. Then we make sure that swearing in must happen before election. I mean, tribunal matters are concluded.
Okay.
And they will continue.
Okay.
To their people.
Okay, I just wanted to get the input of whether you consider this advertisement to be blackmail against the judiciary.
It is not.
Okay.
It is the people's right. And even if he removes them, we will continue to put them on Facebook, on Instagram, on social network.
All right, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your contribution. It's noted. Okay, yes, you know, say as call come now, we come hold on to waiting you they explain, but make you for round up because we get other things where we say we need to bring and our time don't they give us a signal, and you know how that signal they be. So make we quickly round up about this abuse issue. So yes,
okay,
make you
for. Okay, the thing be say like our people, I don't see them say these looters, these people where they loot our money. They will tell us they won't make us sacrifice. Whereas now they themselves they chop the sacrifice. Oh, they won't make us sacrifice, but they are the ones taking the sacrifice. Now, what on earth do you need? What more than 465 exotic and bulletproof proof for? They need to come out and tell us what exactly they do to they are doing with that money, because they are not after our wealth. They're just there because of their bellies and their pockets. They are not there to represent the common man. And I can tell you categorically that it is a violation of Procurement Act, and it is also a violation of the judiciary, judicial duties of the lawmakers. These people, they are being overpaid, but they are underwork. They don't even do their work very well. At the end of the day, they will still squat. Some of the monies are borrowed money. Some of the monies are our sweat, taxpayers' money. They just sweep all these things for them to just themselves alone. Okay. It is very, very, I think all these things will change. By the time our PO go come, all these corrupt people, all these looters, they will just sweep them, in fact put them into the Sahara desert.
Anyway, we don't hear your contribution. They noted. Why we won't make we still they show the phone number and people where they try to they connect. We know say like as they come, they jump pack and you they put them as we they talk, we they hold them. That's why we know they fit take all on a call. But make on they try. The one where we say pass well, we go pass. But now make we work enter for our own legal practitioner wey be say na our own analyst in go talk about the effect of non-compliance with the Electoral Act of 2022 as INEC no comply with the act and we dey expect judgment wey be say concern them. We want make legal practitioner wey be say e dey with us make him for explain some things wey be questions wey be say well meaning Nigeria dey ask me plenty times. Both for comment section and different places, then go they fire me with different questions. And me, I go talk, say my mouth no go even fit bring out the whole thing. So as we get our own Barrister Solomon, where they join us for Zoom, make we begin to go. And I see say, NJ, your mouth don't begin to do mui because you get plenty questions where you want ask concerning this very Electoral Act and the non-compliance by INEC. I know say you get the question. Make you for fire, make we dey go now. Our own analyst, Barrister Solomon, I beg make you unmute, make you begin the answer questions because I know say even obedience will go on ask you question. When they call the ask, you go hear them. Angel, make you take the mic.
Okay, our legal person, I beg. I want to ask, say, what is the position of the law regarding non-compliance with the Electoral Act? Can you explain to us?
If you can all hear me in the studio.
Yes,
we can hear you, yes.
Okay. Now, it is worthy of note to know that the conduct of an election is primarily regulated by the Electoral Act and the regulations thereof. Now, this means that for an election to be considered as properly held, the electoral guidelines and the Electoral Act must be strictly adhered to. Now, where any election falls short of the compliance of the Electoral Act, that election is said to be null and void. So, the position of the law is the Electoral Act must be strictly adhered to. It is mandatory that we adhere to the provisions of the Electoral Act and the electoral guidelines as provided. Where be it the INEC or the party agents fail to adhere to the provisions of the law or the provisions of the act regulating the election or guiding the conduct of the election, that election where it fails short of the compliance of the law, that election cannot be said to be a proper election, so to put it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so as a concern INEC, make I ask before we go join us. As INEC no comply with this thing, their own non-compliance, even me, if you ask me, I go say na completely, because they no comply to the regulations where we say they even set. How that one go happen? Because then they follow us there for court and then they follow us, they expect the judgment where they come out. When courts review all these facts where we say they with them, how you think say then go deal with the non-compliance by the INEC, which is the election umpire themselves?
It's worthy of note also to know that the Electoral Act is also binding even on the INEC being the electoral umpire, as the case is now. Now, we should also understand that failure of the beavers to upload results to the INEC ref is more like a disenfranchisement, and then is also fall short of the procedure of the election. And then where in court that is proof, and then that has been proved, and it is said to have happened that INEC officials have failed short of their duties which they are expected to have performed during the elections. Of course, the court will avert its mind to the fact that such election has fallen short of the compliance of the guidelines of the election as it has been conducted. So yes, INEC as it is, they are, if they are found wanting to have fall short of these regulations, of course, the law is going to speak against them.
Okay, so it means say as the facts day before the tribunal justices now, and then they decide for the judgment what be said that they put what then they put on, and I be say would they expect then go tell INEC say they do wrong. As you talk, as a no transmit according to what in act talk is one of the non-compliance, and many other things where they talk, it will come out for that judgment, Abi. Okay, another person might do more for this place. Esther, I should say it be like say a cat question where you want ask.
Okay, wetin I wan ask be say, can non-compliance with the Electoral Act be a ground for nullifying an election?
The matter of fact is it can be a very good ground for the nullification of an election. Now, I want to quickly avert your mind to a case, the case of Nwole versus Nwogu in 2004, where the court held that where an election is said to have been conducted in substantial compliance with the provisions of the Act, their election is said to be held properly. But where the election falls short of the compliance of the Electoral Act and then the electoral guidelines, that election is said to have been conducted against such provisions, and then it can be a solid ground for nullification of the election. Now, of course, that non-compliance, we have to also understand that non-compliance is not just you come to court and then you say, I will not comply. You must show to the court that the non-compliance is substantial to the extent that it affected the outcome of the election. Such non-compliance, such as the election being marred by violence, disenfranchisement, and marred by corrupt practices and all, where the petitioner is able to prove such grounds before the court of course will also advise its mind to the fact that the electoral guidelines make provisions for the conduct of election, and then those acts were not accommodated by the Electoral Act. So therefore the court is going to give judgment or rule on the fact that such non-compliance is of course a ground for nullification of an election.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Barrister Solomon, for this contribution. What we say you give today, I shall say as the justices they deliberate on the judgment wey be say dem wan carry comot, as we dey talk about all these things, we know say hope dey. So we thank you, and all well-meaning obedience worldwide, then they thank you for all these your contributions wey be say you give us this evening. With that very one, we go waka dey go with wetin dey for our list today. So thank you for all your contribution. Now, going back to wetin we dey talk before about this very removal of billboard, if you dey call the number wey dey for the screen now, I want make you dey check just one thing wey you wan ask, whether the advertisement is considered a blackmail against the Nigerian judiciary. Now, wetin dem talk wey Tinubu wey order make dem sack the people wey be say dem dey handle all the advertising things for Nigeria, the whole panel now is sack. No be say na one person, e call am suspension, but we know say anything wey be suspension na sack. And we don't know why he no even sack the DG of Akon wey dey in charge of the main thing, but they come sack the whole panel. Anyway, the number there on the screen, if una no say una think say this very thing, no dey, this advertisement no dey capable of instigating any public unrest, make you for call chook your mind for inside if you be well-meaning Nigeria. With that very one, make we work and reach wetin our own sister General Oluchi dey talk for X. He get one tweet where our people raised, they talk, say they want make we showcase to obedience worldwide. Make we foresee that very tweet and make we for take them and now they go. So the tweet there for screen now, and it be like say don't make them for make it day visible, at least make everybody they see what's in there, so that if we read them out for other people to see. So make all Princess take this one for us.
Little wonder how, when the world is accusing the US of using Tinubu as a spy, they made no effort to deny or clarify their stance. Rather, they sent Attorney Blinken to applaud Tinubu, thereby reducing any shred of credibility they have left. It's obvious that the US government is in bed with a drug lord.
Okay, when I hear that very one, Secretary Anthony Blinken will be the from US talk say in don't call Tinubu, talk say Tinubu don't respond, and the time come as they do one carry walk go meet people where they for Niger, but God no go allow that one to happen, because plenty things will be say we don't discuss before for our video. If you don't watch us now, if you go check our previous video, see 2 days ago we don't they talk about waiting US, France, and all the other people. How then they take manipulate African or sub-West African nations and their leaders, and the thing they even cause all this queue where we they talk. But you get one woman where talk something where be say we like, and obedience go 1 year how she take feel, how America, UK, and the rest of the West they take treat these West African countries. And this very one where Oluchiwe talk, all of them join. Make way for listening to this woman, how she take talk am. Make una know they too emotional about what you wanna go hear from this woman. But now African woman where they express herself about how oppression they come for people where we say they're supposed to they help them out, but rather than they bring oppression they come. Let's take a listen to this woman.
As far as I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where will the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean you know, fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, you know, white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, you know, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of all these Germans? Have you heard? Okay. Yes. They said, Lord Burton, yes. People like that, they said, we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that AIDS came from the green monkey? Is it over?
Make una no get too emotional. Na real African woman will be say she dey express herself. Like we talk say make una for express on herself for this thing wey be say they happen everywhere. Una know say our people they do t-shirts, they give everybody, they do bag, they give out. They won't stop if we no begin they talk about this thing. They go even stay for road, stop carry person where carry bag, where carry all eyes on judiciary. They go carry am arrest. Person where carry face cap where wear and they walk out for road, all eyes on judiciary. Then go carry am. How this one be black smell? Make una they still they speak up. If them talk say on a day 4, they tweet for inside room. Make on a day 4 or 5, make on a for tweet inside room. But our eyes no go come out for judiciary. We must hold the judiciary accountable. No be say na judiciary na dem cause this very issue. Na INEC cause am, but law don't talk say na dem be the people wey be say dem go decide wetin INEC do. That's why it enter for their own side. And we will not get any intimidation. When I talk we, na obedience worldwide and well-meaning Nigerians. The meaning of all eyes on judiciary bears no emblem on intimidation. Or I don't know even how all these things where then they talk. But anyway, if you not get through to us for the phone number we're there for that very place, make you for go for comment section, make you for make your comment, and make you for like and share video, make other obedience know wetin dey happen. Sake of say whatever thing wey would they do, na hope would they keep alive. If we stop talking all eyes on the judiciary, na im be say we don dey give up hope. And this very all eyes on judiciary wey we dey talk, e be like say e don dey chook them too much, because for them to take this action, na im be say something don enter them, e don enter their body. So make we no give up. Hope dey. With that very one, e get one video where I want make we take that one, cool down this tension wey be say e dey happen, and that one na one of our own, one of our sister. Whether you know say na well-meaning obedient or well-meaning Nigerian, whichever one where you want take, make we watch how she take talk, and make you know say na to keep the hope alive. Make you like the video. Make even this African woman wey talk, make sure for no lose anything, because all of them join. People need to hear their own voice. Let's take a listen.
Somebody has to speak, and if I am the one to speak, I will speak. I will tell the truth. I fear no man but God. I just want to do truth. I like truth. I have noticed that Nigerians, we have moved on politically. We have moved on. We have accepted what has become. We have accepted it and we are going on. So I came to say, no, we can't accept it. And so some of you have just collected it. You are even happy to be, you are wishing that somebody you know will be made ministers. Ministers over what? Ministers over illegality? Ministers over illegality? You saw how these people became, they won, quote and unquote. They didn't win. You saw how, while the thing was being tallied, they had announced and they said, go to court. So we are in court. Why have you passed? Why have you stopped saying the same thing? Why are we not standing and saying, no, contrary to evidence, we will stand. Contrary to what is being done, we stand on what we believe. The prophecy was that there will be a new Nigeria. Is there a new Nigeria now? Is there a new Nigeria now? Is what we are seeing what we prayed for? No, this is not what we ordered for. The fact that you have stopped praying amazes me. The fact that you have stopped confessing amazes me. Abraham believed to the end. Even as his body was dying, he believed. So they have brought up ministers, they are doing, I still don't believe. I refuse to accept it. I will not accept it, because that is not what we prayed for. That is not what they promised us. They promised that the result was going to be done a certain way. It came out a certain way. He said, but Pastor, we're afraid of what is our country. Everybody has a right to live here. It's our country. This madness must stop. What is this? The same old people. Look at the ministers, and we are okay with it. As long as one of our person is there, it's not about one of our person. It's the fact that right must be right. We must do the right thing. This kind of governance cannot continue. So we stand rejecting this government. We reject it. We reject government. We reject it. I reject it. Mutuatung, the death is one. What is this? I'm surprised that I've accepted this. We're going on. I don't see resistance.
The right thing must be done. For a new Nigeria to emerge, there must be a struggle. And that very struggle for a new Nigeria, another one we did now. So hope day. we go dey comot every day. Nothing go push us back. Nothing go even if we talk say headache dey catch us, we go still stand. We go still sit down for this studio. We go dey give hope to Obedience Worldwide because we need to be together. Some people they talk say the old video wey be say that African woman take talk, give some emotional talk about Western colonization and all of that. The reason why would they bring that very one now because of waiting they happen for them for that side now. Because if you hear the woman intonation, you go know the side where them come out. If no be from Burkina, it go be Niger Republic or all that. But when we see all those things where they happen for that their side, cool, no, they just happen for nothing. Now, because of the leadership where they happen for that side. The way we say for some of the West African countries, you go hear one president go stay 20 years, 30 years, and all that, enslaving the people. But anyway, when I hear the most recent video where this our Sarah talk say something happened on the 25th of February that will touch that will continue to resonate for years to come. While we are waiting for the mandate to be given in the judgment that we are expecting, we will keep the hope alive. With that one, I go pass my give Angel, make way for begin the pack and wakaya, they come out for studio.
My lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide, my well-meaning Nigerians, enough is enough. Enough of the intimidation. Enough of the blackmail, enough of the harassment, enough of it. We don't tire. Come on, Billboard. Now in they vex them like this. When they can't give us our mandate, waiting they go do. They go hang for transformer now. Transformer. Now they go hang themselves. Yes, the Oranic Beku can say, chaos, anarchy go dey. Who talk? Nobody. Just common Billboard we no even notice anybody. Now in they shake their body. They hear us. Make we continue. All eyes on Judiciary. Judiciary are on trial. We'll keep talking it. We'll keep saying it till they do the needful. Judiciary, write your name on gold. Fear nobody. Yes, we have 3 arms of government. The executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Do your own. They should do their own. Yes, they no go ride on a phone office. Man up, do the right thing. Thank you so much, my wonderful people, for being with us. We appreciate you. We love you. Like, share. Continue to subscribe. Yes, continue to spread the good news. Make we no fear. Hope day. Yes, there is hope. You see, this is our promised land. We are getting closer. Fear not. We appreciate you. We love you. But God loves you more. Bye for now.